So Chansiri back in town, and Danny Rohl and him will be having a meeting to discuss things. Let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to this video. I hope everyone is doing well. If you could like, share and subscribe to the channel, much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing let me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when videos go live. So it's been reported that Danny Rohl and Chansiri are set to have meetings after his return. Now, people have got this whole thing where you look at this and people go, oh, he's having massive meetings now. No, they've been talking all the time. It's nothing new. It's just more of the case they can talk in the same room and stuff. And it will be talking about the big elephant in the room, which is transfers. Transfers. We've got two players in with Beadle and Ugbo, and we definitely want more. We are eager to get more players in. Now, we have missed out on a couple of targets in the likes of Mika Biron, Connor Coventry, who was all moved elsewhere. We had the lad who's gone to Pompey. And he was at the game and kind of thing. And it's this whole thing. He will be sitting down and speaking to him, but he said, like Danny Rohl said, we're still in contact. It doesn't matter if he's here or not here. I think it makes no difference, but we will try. It's like on the pitch, you always try as a team to do something. Hopefully we'll get to the end all we want, but the transfer market, it's not easy in January. Go quickly, one direction, then second direction. I will try with the club, and hopefully by the 1st of February we'll have everything we want in. Now, here's the thing is, a lot of this last night, the 1867 group started tweeting again. I think they got asked by fans not to tweet during the transfer window, so they haven't done yet. They started back up again. And there was a lot of people who were saying the rumours that Danny Rohl is walking. He's walking from the job. And we discussed this last night on the live stream, and there might be some people who didn't catch that live stream last night. And I'm at the thing is that if Danny did walk, it's due to either not being promised something by Chansiri or he's not been able to get given what he wanted to do. But here's the thing, it's very difficult for Danny Rohl to walk from this job. It's his first manager's job. It doesn't look good on a CV if you've walked. Unless you then come out and say, this is why I had an issue with the chairman, we didn't see eye to eye, we've moved on. And kind of thing. But do you want to go into that whole kind of flagging match thing? We've seen that in the summer. We've already had that during one summer transfer window, and we don't need it again. So I think some people are seeing the meeting story and going, oh, he's obviously asked for a meeting to find out what the hell's going on, and then if he don't get answers he's going to walk. And I think that's what's happened today, yesterday night. And there was a lot of people saying they think he walked, they think this has happened. But it's that whole thing where the Twitterverse and the speculation went mental. It really did go mental. And I haven't seen anything that suggests he will walk. I know people have said he looks really frustrated and disappointed and he looked tired. He's probably absolutely bloody knackered because he's having to do his first ever transfer window and he's seeing what it takes to be a manager and do the transfer window. He's only been the assistant otherwise, and it's always been a little bit of watching from afar or probably asking from the manager going, what do you think of this player? How do you think he'll do? Should we have a look at him and go for him? And if it's a yes or no. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this meeting. But like I said, they'll be discussing things. Hopefully there'll be a couple of meetings where you look at, they get told things like, we got this player, we're going to go for him, let's start putting a deal in place. And I think we desperately need players in. We know that. I think you look like and also it's a difficult one. If he's on a contract till 2025, he'll lose a lot of money. And kind of thing. And it's better if he was sacked, he would then get a payoff, in a sense. You think of it in a money kind of way, which I don't think he does. I really don't think he's one of those kind of people. I think he wants to just get on with the football and see what happens. So these meetings, it got to be about discussion of transfers. It's got to be where we're at. Is there what the room is for movement? What can we get in soon? You know what I mean? It's all those kind of things of seeing what happens with it, because it's gonna be very hard for Chansiri to come back from this if he did walk, because as a lot of people say, it's the best young manager we've had in a while, who we could obviously try and build something with. And I think you want him to have the tools to build things with. But every time you look at what tools he's got to build with, it seems like he got one hand tied behind his back and then his other hand gets full. But we don't know what the exact budget is. We don't know what why some of the targets have been missed. You know what I mean? It's that whole situation. We haven't got a clue where it goes. So we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, we will see where these meetings go. Hopefully, they will allow us to get more players in. You hope it's a case of we've got these targets, we want these targets to come in. Is there any wiggle room? Yes. Can we get them in? And you also probably want to start looking at, I don't know, players who you want to go out, because we've heard all this stuff about players going out and not many players are going out apart from Backington. But like I said, if a player's going to go out, make sure there's a replacement for him coming in. That's my big one. If it's someone who's a key member, make sure there's a replacement coming in. We know where we need to improve. It's midfield. It's midfield and attacking midfielder and possibly a winger. Some people still call him for defenders, which I get. What Danny wanted when he said, it sounded like he wanted one player for each position. Very rare you get that in a transfer window. Very rare. It looks like Plymouth have managed to do it, but again, they've got a good way of doing their business to get it done early, and they're backing a new manager as well. So, the people he's getting in are players he's worked with under the England Academy, so he already knows them. So, we'll see what happens. I think it's going to be a very interesting week for Wednesday as a whole, and I hope more rumours come in about us getting players to come here. And if that's the case, fantastic. Brilliant. I really hope that's the case. But the last thing we need to be doing is scrambling around on deadline day, trying to get players when Danny's on the sideline doing sideline. I've been watching way too much American football, like on the touch line doing the game, and then having to, like, can you imagine if he gets a phone call me saying, so we need to get on this deal. We need players in and done. I don't want us to be scrambling around on that Wednesday trying to look for players. I just don't. I want us to be able to crack on, make sure we've got all our players in, and hopefully have a much more competitive squad, especially in that midfield. But we will see what happens.